Okay, let's begin. Let's get grounded. And from the grounding, we're going to just elongate. We're going to take our sitting bones down, take pubic bone to the sternum, shoulders away from the ears. Maybe bringing just the torso back a little bit as if you were sitting against a wall. So I don't know about you, but my torso has a tendency to want to lean forward. Let's go ahead and close your eyes and notice your breath. Breathing in through the nose. And then at the end of the inhalation, we're going to exhale, moving it into the exhalation. And at the end of the exhalation, we're going to begin to move into the inhalation. And as we're doing this, the breath becomes larger, more expansive. And we're going to begin to harness it with Ujjayi breath. Hey, Kara, glad you're here. And when you're ready, it's moving into Ujjayi breath with the sound. So we're just setting the practice up with a strong foundation. And this breath is a foundational piece of the practice. Go ahead and exhale completely. Empty the breath. We're slowly opening our eyes. We're going to bring the shoulders up to the ears. Take your shoulder blades down your back, squeezing the shoulder blades down. And drop the pubic bone, lengthening vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up the spine, upper thoracic, and then cervical spine. Exhale, dropping your chin down to your chest. And take the chin over to the right shoulder, looking over that right shoulder. Exhale, center. Inhaling over to the left. Exhale, center. I'm going to go ahead and come over to the right, driving it all the way around. Use your eyes. Exhaling over to the left. Center. One more time over to the right. Exhaling to the left. Center, extending through the crown of the head. Shoulders are going to come up. Take your shoulders down your back, squeezing, dropping those shoulders down. Dropping the pubic bone, lengthening vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up. Opening the throat. Exhale, dropping your chin down to your chest. We're going to take the chin over to the left shoulder this time. Exhale, center. Inhaling over to the right. Neck center, keep the shoulders on the back, extending through the crown of the head. We're gonna take the shoulders up to the ears, taking the shoulders down, the back squeeze between those shoulder blades, dropping the shoulders down. Drop your pubic bone, lengthening vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up, opening the chest. Exhale, dropping your chin down to your chest. And we're going to look forward, lengthen. Left hand comes to the right knee, right hand back. We're going to drop the pubic bone, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, twisting. And again, ground, open, extend, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more breath here. We're going to hold the twist. And the body look forward and undo. Feel the difference between the left and the right sides. So the body extending out through the heels, spread the toes. Meaning the staff pose. And we're going to take the thighs down. We're going to extend through the heels. We're going to bring the arms up, lower ribs back. So we have the wrist in line with the shoulders, in line with the sitting bones. And then we're dropping the shoulder blades down the back, and those thumbs are turning backwards. Fingertips all the way extend. Let's interlace the fingertips, take the palms up towards the ceiling. Dropping the chin slightly, sacrum to the belly, so the belly is hollowed out, lower ribs back, face is soft. You're gonna release, bend the elbows, interlace the fingertips, pull them down and back up. Thighs are working down towards the floor. We're gonna release, bend the elbows. Palms are gonna be underneath the shoulders. We're gonna bend the knees. And we're gonna come into reverse table. We're gonna bring the hips up. So make sure that your feet are directly underneath the knees. And then we're gonna release down, come to the sitting bones. Maybe you're gonna just hold behind your knees and come into a variation of both a modification or extending the legs up. Lifting the sternum. Good, we're gonna bend the knees. Feet back down, we're gonna pass back through reversed table. Tightening the bottom when you do that, lowering the sitting bones. Coming into whatever variation of boat you're gonna do. You can even skip the boat altogether. If it's too much, going back into reverse table. Like this, going back and forth. We're doing the 5 total. To make sure you're connected to your breath. You feel clean lines of energy as you're working in the poses. Last time, into some variation of table. Boat. And then we're going to lower down. Lower the legs down, or staff pose again. It's passing through, shoulder blades down the back. And then we're going to go ahead and recross the legs. We're going to lengthen. Exhale. We're going to take this right hand to the left knee, left hand back. Sitting bones drop, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, twisting. And again, lengthening. Exhale, twisting. One more breath. Following that breath. Hold the twist. Look forward. Undo. Back sharing. We're going to take the left shoulder blade down the back. Top of that left wrist all the way along the side body. extending it. Shoulder stays down the back, right thumb comes to the wrist, turning it in. Right hand by the hip, it's going to come directly out. So we're having a nice line, clean line of energy through the spine. We're going to bend this left elbow. Palm comes to, or the heel of the palm comes to the back of the head. Looking up, elbow towards the ceiling. And then maybe extending this left arm alongside. Looking at that left palm. Almost all the way out, anchoring the left sitting bone down, twisting the torso towards the ceiling, left arm back, look back at that left palm, and then keeping the anchor in that left sitting bone as you come forward, twisting forward, looking at the left palm, left arm alongside the ear, nice extension here, both the right side waist and left side waist coming out. Just feel that line of energy before you drop the arm, and then we're going to shake it all the way out through the wrist and the fingertips. For a moment, just feel the difference between the left side of the body and arm, left palm, opposed to the right palm. Nice. We're going to take that right shoulder blade down the back, top of the right wrist, all the way along the side body. Left thumb is going to come in here, twisting that wrist in, and then we're going to come over to the left. Left hand is in line with the left sitting bone. We're going to bend this right elbow. We're going to take the sternum up to the ceiling, right elbow to the ceiling, the back head and the whatever's touching that, whether it be the palm or the wrist, they're pressing towards each other. They're using each other for leverage. We're going to come almost all the way out. Nice. Right sitting bone. We're going to open the chest, looking back towards the right palm. Right sitting bone, coming all the way forward, looking at the right palm. Right arm alongside the ear. And we're going to come all the way out. We're going to just shake this right arm completely out and just feel it. Okay, we're going to do an exercise for the vagus nerve. I just want, I would really want some feedback after we do this and see if it makes a difference. So we're going to just sit here. We're going to extend through the crown, and then we're going to turn the chin. We're going to turn to the right and see how far we can turn the neck, the head to the right. Just notice coming back. I'm just in simple seated. You can sit however you want to sit. And then we're going to turn to the left. And again, just seeing how far you can go. We're going to come back center. Now we're going to interlace the hands and we're going to put them back behind the head. And we're going to keep the face looking forward. And we're going to just take our eyes and we're going to look them up to the right corner there. So we're going to turn and look up to the right. And so what we're doing here is we're kind of waiting for there possibly to be a sigh or a yawn. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. The face is going forward, eyes are going to the right. Maybe a yawn or a sigh. And then we're going to look, did everyone have something like that? Yeah. Okay, so head is forward again. For me, it's really hard to keep my face forward. And then we're going to take our eyes to the left. The face is forward. Eyes are the only thing that are going up to the left. We're breathing. maybe a sigh or a yawn. So technically, you're supposed to hold it for like 30 seconds or more. Let's look forward and then just release. Did everyone have a sigh or a yawn? Yeah, maybe. Okay, now we're gonna turn to the right again. And I just wanted to see if you can go further. Back center. And then going to the left. Back center. Okay, so with like thumbs up or thumbs down, how many of you could go further? Yeah, wow, okay, that's all right. Okay, so you can do that at any time, I mean, of the day. And it just, I have found that it releases, it's a nice release. So let's go ahead and come over our legs into table. Knees underneath the hips, palms underneath the shoulders. We're gonna go ahead and bend the elbows, sitting bones are gonna come up, we're gonna drop the belly, lift the sternum, look up, get round. We're gonna tuck the sacrum, coming into cat. And again, we're gonna come into cow. Exhaling into cat. Then come back into cow. Exhaling into cat. We're going to come to neutral table. We're going to extend this left leg out. We're doing cat-cow balance. Right arm out, extending. The left hip point down. We're going to bend the left knee. And we're going to reach back with this right hand to the ankle. Pressing that ankle to the back wall, opening the chest. And then releasing back through cat-cow balance, spreading the toes, and releasing back to table. Let's go ahead and bring sitting bones to heels. We're going to just pass to child's pose with extended arms, and then we will come into downward facing dog, tucking the toes. Ujjayi breath. Pressing the palms into the floor, moving your hips away, belly into the apex of the pose, heels descending down towards the ground. Go ahead and drop the knees back into table. Let's extend this right leg, right hip down, extending this left arm, shoulders away from the ears. Ujjayi breath. Face is soft. Bend this right knee. Then we're going to reach this left arm back. Maybe for the ankle, taking that right foot towards the wall. Face soft. Breath deep and smooth. You might be struggling a little bit with balance. That's good. Release back through cat-cow balance. And we'll release back through table. And let's ground the left palm, take this right hand up, reaching up. Looking down or turning to look up. We're going to take this right palm all the way through. Hip square to the floor. Left palm in line with the ground. Elbow is going to come up. We're going to twist the torso. Take a breath here. I'm going to take the left palm on top of the right. And then we're going to take this left arm up, reaching. Now this is being led by that left shoulder blade down the back, opening.
We're gonna release the hand to the hip. Palm is gonna face up, top of the wrist, all the way along the side body, overhead. Ujjayi breath. So we have a line of energy from the sacrum all the way through the left palm. Face is soft. Left palm underneath the left shoulder, pressing to come out, back into table. And then we're gonna come onto our belly, extend through the legs. Palms are gonna come in line with the head. Shoulders down the back. Turning to the right ear, shifting the hips over to the left and then rolling to the right side. Bending that left knee, right palm faces up. Maybe bending this right knee, shifting the hips back to center line. Left arm comes up. And we're gonna just let that arm float back. Face is soft. Breath is smooth. Ujjayi breath. We're gonna extend this right leg. Left leg, release onto our belly again. Palms underneath the shoulders, pressing back through table. Let's just do some leg lifts. So we're gonna bring that left knee up. Bring the knee down, out to the side. We're gonna do that for 10. Your knees up, back down and out to the side. There's 2. So stay with that rhythm. Working with staying in touch with your breath. In the face soft. Do your best to keep nice alignment with the movement. 3 left. Last one. Let's come into child's pose. Just feel that. And then we'll pass into downward facing dog. We'll drop our knees. Shoulders away from the ears. Round that right palm, we're going to take the left arm up. Turning to look up toward that left palm. We're going to thread this left arm all the way through. Right palm is going to press. Right palm comes in line with the crown. We're going to take the elbow towards the ceiling, twisting the torso. Then placing the right palm on the left palm. And then opening the right palm up. Shoulder opens. Wrist stays in line with the shoulder. Releasing the hand to the hip. Palm is going to face up, top of the wrist, all the way along the side body overhead. Ujjayi breath. Right palm comes underneath the shoulder, pressing to come out. Back in the table. We're going to come onto our bellies. Extend the legs. The palms are going to be in line with the head. Right palm comes underneath the right shoulder. And shift to the left side. Left palm faces up, bending this right knee. Possibly the left knee. Shifting the hips towards the center line. Bringing this right arm up. Opening. Again, just letting it float back.
Ujjayi breath. Keeping the face soft and the breath deep and smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and release the hands, send this left leg rolling back onto the belly, palms underneath the shoulders, pressing into table. Make sure you have nice clean alignment. And then we're gonna go ahead and take this right knee up and down and out for 10. There's 3. 4. 7. 9. And 10. Good. And bring sitting bones to your heels. Just stretch out through the torso, through the palms. We're going to press into the palms, tuck the toes, coming into downward facing dog. Release the face, release the jaw. You're going to bring the heels up, coming under the balls of the feet. Lower the heels down, lift the toes if you can. And again. One last time, bringing to the balls. And then we're going to heel toe all the way forward. Bringing the feet directly underneath the hips. Bending your knees slightly or deeply. Putting the thumbs in the elbow pits. Just release the torso. Allow the weight of your head to just hang. Find your breath. Each exhalation, just a little bit more letting go. Inhale, just expanding. Exhale, releasing and letting go. Release the arms like cooked noodles. We're going to ground the feet. Press the feet into the ground, straighten the legs. Upper body remains limp. Sacrum to the heels. And as we hit each vertebrae, we're going to activate through the torso, through the crown, extending the arms out, opening, reaching either directly up or you can come back if it's comfortable. And then bringing the arms all the way around to your heart, shoulders away from the ears. Release the arms and just receive. Okay, nice. We're gonna move into a sun salutation just to get warmed up. And then we're gonna move into a sequence and we're going to do a lot of twisting. So just know that. You're gonna ground the feet, take your sacrum down, engage the sacrum to the belly, palms are gonna come to the heart. Yep, okay, here we go. We're gonna bend the knees. We're gonna bring possibly the heels up, that's just optional. Arms alongside the ears, maybe looking at the palms, between the palms. And then we're gonna lower the heels, come into a swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, folding, hands by the feet, take your right foot back, left foot back, plank. Chaturanga. All the way down to the ground, zip the legs up, sacrum to the belly, lift your sternum. All the way from the tops of the feet through the crown, a full body pose. It's not getting stuck anywhere. Releasing, keep those elbows tight, tuck your toes, pressing back into downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. You're gonna grab the left foot, take your right leg into a diagonal, square the hips, and this is optional. Right foot can come through to the hands, between the hands, drop your left heel, square the hips. For warrior one, this stance is a bit tight. Sacrum, lift the sternum, bringing the arms up, doing your best to bend that right knee. Reaching up and then maybe coming back a little bit. The back heel is going down. I'm feeling it in my calf, stretching it. I'm gonna release all of the back of the foot. It slides back to a longer stance, right foot back, plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog, shoulders away from the ears. Yes, beautiful. Downward facing dog. Sure you're connected to your breath. Ground your right foot, take your left foot into a diagonal. And then we're gonna bring this left foot along the midline to the left of the midline. Ground your left foot, right heel grounds. Maybe taking your hands to your hips to feel the hips, sacrum to the belly. Bringing the arms up. Squaring. Make sure your face is soft. Release down. All of that back of the foot slides back. Plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. We're going to ground the left foot. Take your right leg into a diagonal. Right heel to the bottom. Open the right hip point. Looking forward. Maybe turning to look over your left shoulder. To see if you can see your right foot. Ujjayi breath. Right hip point back in line square. Extend this right leg into a diagonal. Right foot all the way through. We're going to ground the back heel. We're going to come up for warrior one. Palms to the heart. Knee sitting bone. And then opening the back heel. That's all in one line. Shoulders are in line with the sitting bones. Sacrum to the belly. Toes are soft. Drop the shoulders. Looking over the right middle finger. Inhale, back arm along the back leg. Exhale, modified side angle. Nice clean lines of energy, lowering the hips. Maybe taking this right leg or right arm down deeper. Looking at that left palm. Left hand's going to come around it from the sacrum, pulling back into warrior two. Back palm faces up. We're going to cartwheel all the way forward. Ball of the back of the foot. Back to plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Exhaling. Downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. You need to drop down into child's pose. You can do that. Hips moving up and back like you had a strap around your upper quads. And up and back. From down dog, we're going to ground the right foot. Take this left leg into the diagonal. Left heel to the bottom, opening that left hip point strong, looking forward. Maybe looking over your right shoulder.
Just see if you can see that left foot. And then we're gonna take the left hip point back in line, extending this left leg into a diagonal. Left foot comes all the way through. We're gonna ground the back heel. Squaring, taking the sacrum down. Back quad engages for warrior one. Palms are gonna come to the heart. And we're gonna open out for warrior two. Dropping the shoulders. Sacrum to the belly. Inhale, back arm along the back leg. We're going to come into modified side angle. Lowering the hips, releasing this left arm down further. For side angle, if you choose. Right hand comes all the way back. Back into warrior two, drop the shoulders. Extend through the fingertips, back palm faces up. Cartwheeling all the way forward. Coming into plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath. We take the right foot forward, left foot forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen, fold. We're gonna bend the knees, lower the hips, bring the heels off the floor maybe. Arms by the ears, looking up. Pressing all the way up the balls of the feet, lowering the heels, engaging the sacrum to the belly. Arms are gonna come all the way around to the heart. Release your arms down in mountain pose and receive. Nice. Okay, we are going to do flow fit before we come into the sequence. So we're going to come to the back of the mat, not all the way back, but we're going to ground the feet, sacrum down, belly back. We're going to bring the palms to face out, just really receptive. And then we're going to lower down. We're going to come into position. We're going to do a little bit of a push-up, come back to the feet, pressing all the way up. Engage the sacrum through the belly. We're going to lower down, back to position. Right foot is going to come through, back to position. Left foot is going to come through, back to position, pressing the feet, coming all the way up, lengthening through the crown. Going back down again. We're going to take this left foot forward, right foot back. And then we're going to take the right foot forward, left foot back. Back to position. Pressing all the way up, lengthening, dropping the shoulders. We're going to lower down. Right arm back. Left arm back. Right arm around. Left arm. Left arm back. Right arm. Left arm around. And right. Rounding the feet, pressing through the legs, through the crown. Lowering down. Back to position. Step or jump the feet back. Lower the hips, open the chest, look forward. Hips engage. And then we're going to step or jump the feet to position. Pressing all the way up through the crown. Beautiful. Let's come to the top. We're going to lower all the way down through plow. And then rolling, catching the momentum. Pressing all the way up. Release the arms and just receive that. Okay, nice. Okay. We're going to start the sequence with the feet a little wide. We're going to do side stretch here. So sacrum
is engaged to the belly and the hips are coming a little forward. We're gonna bring the arms up, palms are gonna face each other. Right palm is gonna face up towards the ceiling, left L of the hand is gonna come hook in there. And then hips are gonna go to the right. Try to keep the elbows in the same plane. And we're gonna begin to press through this right palm, but also the elbows are lightly bent. Hips are going to the right, turning to look to the left. And then maybe you're gonna look up. Ujjayi breath. Press into the feet, coming out, all the way up. And release, just release. You close your eyes, feel the grounding in the feet. Feeling the oxygen come back fully into the body. And then we're gonna bring the arms up. Left palm up towards the ceiling, hips go to the left. We're gonna turn to look down towards the floor. Just go to the left. Bring over to the right. We're in one plane here. And then maybe turning to look up towards the ceiling. Toes stay soft. Then we're going to press and come out. Release the arms. So we're preparing now. We're going to go into a bit of a back bend. You're going to depend on, it's going to listen to your body, how far you go. So we can do a couple things with our hands here. We can either just hold the elbows, or we can have the palms together facing down, or we can bring them up. So wherever you need to be here. Feet are a little wider than hip width. Hips are gonna go forward. We're gonna ground, keep lifting. We're gonna lift the sternum. Shoulders away from the ears. We're gonna keep maybe even bending the knees a little bit as you come forward. Just coming as however far the body is going to allow tonight. One more Ujjayi breath here. And we're going to slowly release, releasing the arms. And then we're going to take the hands, bending the knees. And we're going to just slowly, maybe even coming to the elbows, pausing for a moment, letting the spine release. Getting connected with Ujjayi breath. And then maybe releasing all the way down. Maybe the feet are going to come closer together. Maybe they're going to straighten a little bit more. Just listen to what you need here to restore the spine back into some balance. So we're just counterposing the back bend. We're going to press into the feet. We're going to tuck the sacrum and we're going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulder blades down the back. Good. So we're facing forward with our mat. Go ahead and grab a block just in case. We're going to step. I'm going to step back from the block just about 6 inches, 6 to 8 inches. I'm going to step my left foot back and I'm going to pass through triangle is where I'm going to go here. We're going from triangle to half moon is where we're headed. So this left hip is coming open, this left shoulder is coming open, and we're going to just slide into the hinge here for triangle. I personally am not using my left arm yet. I'm just really opening that left shoulder and I'm working on engaging the sacrum to the belly, and then I'll go ahead and extend this left arm up. And maybe looking up at that left palm. We're gonna bend this left elbow. Elbow up, turning to look up. Left arm alongside the ear, nice extension here. Maybe looking at that left palm. And we're gonna bring this left arm around to the hip. We're gonna bend this right knee. And possibly taking the block. About a foot, about 10 to 12 inches. And again, I'm just getting the foundation before I add the upper arm. And then maybe I'll add this left arm. Maybe I'm not going to use the block. Just whatever you need tonight. Left shoulder opens, extend. From here, we're going to take this left hip point down. So maybe you're going to just come with a block here for a minute. And then we're going to bring the hands to the hips. And we're going to go ahead and extend the arms out for warrior 3. I'm bending my right knee to get in position, and then I'm going to square that left hip a little bit more and try to straighten the right leg. It might or might not happen. So from here, we're going to go through revolved half moon. So the left palm is on the block here. And maybe having the torso facing down to the ground is your limit. Maybe you're going to continue to turn the torso to the right and bringing this right arm up. Keep extending through that back leg. You're going to bend this right knee, step that back heel back. Maybe you're going to bring the block with you. We're coming into revolved triangle, so squaring the hips. And then twisting, right arm comes up. Ujjayi breath. So we're going to anchor through that back heel, ground through that right palm. We're going to square to the front, hands to the hips, and then we're going to just extend the arms by the ears. Breathe. Release this right hand down to the leg. Take that left heel back a little bit. We're coming back into triangle. Left shoulder opens. And then we're going to pull this left arm up. And we're going to step the right foot back up to the top of the mat. Let's receive that. Feel it. Again, I'm coming back just a little bit from the mat because I'm coming into revolved or half moon. So I'm taking the right heel back now, right foot back. We're going to come into triangle. This right hip point is opening back as I'm sliding this left hand down my left leg for triangle. Right shoulder is opening. When I feel ready, I'm going to extend this right arm up. Find my breath. Engage the sacrum to the belly. I'm going to bend this right elbow, palm to the back of the head, take the torso, sternum up to the ceiling, and then the right arm is going to come alongside the ear. Feel that. Look at the right palm. Right hand comes around to the right hip as you bend that left knee. And then that block about 10 to 12 inches to the left of the big toe. That's the alignment. Maybe you're staying here. Maybe you're going to open this right hip point, maybe the right shoulder, and bringing this right arm up. If you fall out, it's not a big deal. Just come back in. Be gentle. playful. Good. And then we're gonna take this right hip point down and we're gonna square the hips. And then we're gonna extend the arms out for warrior three. Right hand's gonna come down. And again, maybe you're stopping here. Maybe the torso toward the ground is enough. Maybe you want to extend through that back right leg as well as the left as you're twisting to the left. Coming into revolved half moon. And then from there, we're going to release, bend your left knee, step the right foot back, because we're going to continue into revolved triangle. Squaring the hips. Maybe the right palm is on a block as you elongate through the crown, twisting to the left. Left shoulder is stacking over the right eventually, and then the left palm is reaching up. From here, we're going to ground into that back heel. We're going to square the torso to the ground, reaching, bringing the arms by the ears. Releasing this left hand down, opening this right shoulder out, dropping the back heel for triangle. From there, we're going to release, bend the left knee, step the right foot forward into mountain pose, and just receive. Good. Okay. Let's go ahead and bend the knees. We're going to pass through squat. Just bring the knees out, palms together, and then try to lengthen the torso. Good. And then I'm just sitting. We're going to go ahead, before we do some lemon squeezers, we're going to lower down and we're going to bend the knees, shoulders away from the ears, and we're going to take the right ankle on top of that left knee. We're going to take this right palm, press that knee open. Inhale, exhale, we're going to bend the left knee. Right hand is going to come through the window and either holding the back of the heel, or sorry, the back of the hamstring, or coming to the shin. Make sure the shoulders are down the back and the torso and the lower back is on the ground. The head is on the ground. Face is soft. Really drinking your breath into the right hip. Finding Ujjayi breath. One more Ujjayi breath. Toes are soft. We're going to release. Bending both knees, placing both feet on the floor, taking the shoulders down the back, bringing that left ankle on top of the right knee. Nice in position, and then we're going to just with ease bring that right knee in. Left hand comes through this window here, right hand, and then you can hold either behind the thigh on the hamstring or reach a little further, as long as you're not straining or pulling your neck off and your head up off the ground. And then just breathe. Breathe into that left hip. Base is soft. Feeling the support of the ground. Finding the sound of Ujjayi breath. Go ahead and release. Shoulder blades on the back, maybe bringing the hips a little bit and bringing the thumbs touching one another and resting up like a little bit underneath the lower back on the wrist. If you need that, maybe you don't need it. Maybe the hands are just by the sides. We're going to extend the legs up, ankles over the hips. We're going to lower the legs for 10, slowly lowering. Maybe bringing the legs out a little bit and then back together, pausing. And then bringing them up. It's 1. Exhaling, lowering. Inhale up. Exhale, lowering. Out, back together and up. Just continue with that rhythm. Bring your face soft. That's halfway. Back down. 3 left. We've got 1 last one. And we're going to bring the knees to the chest. And just rock spine. Go ahead and come to happy baby's pose. Rocking. And maybe just straightening the legs. Bring the knees together, holding behind the knees. And just maybe rocking up onto the sitting bones. Or rolling to the side and coming up. Good. Okay. So 10 lemon squeezers or thereabouts. Okay. Here we go. Keep the face soft. Arms along the side. Here we lower down to half boat and then back up. There's 1, 2, 6, 1. Lower down. Very good. We're going to bend the knees. And we're going to work towards coming into final relaxation. Let's bring this right knee into the chest, hugging it. And extending through this left leg. Pulling it in, and then we're going to hold behind the hamstring. Flex the feet. We're going to straighten this right leg. And then we're going to point the toes. Release, inhale, exhale. We're going to fold forward over this right leg. Releasing, we're going to bring this left arm out of the T. Right leg comes up and out. Maybe you're holding just behind the knee. And then we'll release right foot on top of the left thigh. We're going to take this right knee over to the left. Having a nice long line of energy from the left heel through the crown, and then turning to look towards the right palm, maybe. Ujjayi breath. Go ahead and bring this right knee back into the chest, hugging it. I'm gonna bend both knees, press both feet. Release the lower back, bring your left knee into your chest, hugging it, extending this right leg. Keep pulling that left knee in. We're gonna hold behind the hamstring, and we're gonna flex the feet. I'm gonna straighten this left leg, point both toes, both sets of toes, feet. Release that, just relax. And we're gonna fold over this left leg, either holding behind the hamstring, calf, or all the way to the foot. Releasing. Right hand comes out at a T, either holding behind the knee. Big toe mound, bringing that left leg up and out. Releasing that left foot on top of the right thigh. Taking this left knee over to the right. Right heel through the crown. Lengthening and twisting to the left. Ujjayi breath. Go and release. We're gonna bend both knees, reset the hips, extend the legs. A little bit wider than the hips. Tuck those shoulders, let the legs roll open. Let the feet roll open or roll out. Shoulders in the back, palms face up. I want you to imagine that you have a warm, round, thin stone in your palm. Jaw is relaxed or released. Receiving the practice. Levels and levels of letting go. Next inhalation, I want you to begin to deepen your breath. Breathing energy, vitality, oxygen, openness, expansiveness into your feet, legs, pelvis, torso, shoulders, all the way through the crown of your head. Next inhalation, breathing energy, vitality, oxygen, openness, expansiveness into your shoulders, arms, elbows, forearms, wrist, palms of the hands and fingertips. And as you continue to drink your breath, I want you to begin to bring your arms overhead like you're waking up in the morning, sending all the way through your fingertips, all the way through your heels, taking the sacrum, releasing that lower back. And then you're going to rotate your ankles and your wrist in full rotations. And then reversing the direction of the rotations. And then letting your arms rest overhead. Bending your knees one at a time, pressing the feet into the ground to release that lower back. Actually lifting it off the ground and setting it down vertebrae by vertebrae. Bringing your right knee into your chest, bringing your right arm to that leg, left knee, left arm, let there be some space. And then just gently massage your lower back from side to side. Just feel that. Eventually rolling all the way over onto one side into fetal position. And just acknowledging that you showed up in the new year for yourself. And that it is a big deal. It matters. And it definitely counts. We're going to take the palms, pressing them into the ground. Coming into simple seated. And then either coming in to just simple seated or half lotus on the other side, getting grounded. From the grounding, we're going to elongate. Noticing the breath, noticing how you feel. Lengthening. Bring the palms together at the heart. May this practice and this new year, may they be a blessing. Not just to ourselves, but to everyone that is in our community or in our family, in our world. Namaste.